Today we're going to be rating some It Danger AI Magic the Gathering cards, starting off with the Hypnotic Decree. Hypnotic Decree is a 5-mana 2/2. It's a creature, but what kind of creature it is, I don't know. Who knows? Nobody knows. Okay, it does tap for a colorless mana though, and we're going to need that mana because as another ability, pay 8, tap, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a card, which usually it will be, you may pay 3 mana, and if you do, you get to roll a d20. That's great. These are like a bunch of really redundant abilities. It's like, for sure, I may pay 3 mana, so I may roll the dice. And I guess, oh, I see. Okay, we have 1 to 5. Hypnotic Decree deals 4 damage to any target. All right, we have a 1 in 4 chance, 25%. Oh, no, it's actually a little bit higher than that because it's 1 to 5. So smidge higher. It's 6 out of 20. We're gonna deal a little bit of damage. -6 loyalty. Creatures you control gain flying until end of turn. Activate only once each turn. We don't even have any loyalty to begin with. -2, create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance. And also for 4 mana, tap, exile Hypnotic Decree. Creatures you control gain first strike until end of turn. That's great. Out of all this, the only useful abilities is the first and the last, and the rest is complete garbage. Still 5 out of 20. Can't roll it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, I'm an idiot. You're right. 25%. I don't know why I counted the 0, or I was looking at 5 like a 6 or something. Nikachu can't count today. Nikachu never can count. Okay, we have a bingo card. Compliments of Ilzo. So we have a new bingo card here today, and I would say the first thing that we can easily knock off, loyalty abilities on non-planeswalker cards. Okay, we hit the loyalty, and also we can, that chaos ensued if you ask me as well. We're starting off hot and heavy with the Hypnotic Decree. No creature type. There's no creature type on here too? Chat wrong. Look at Nikachu is wrong. Oh, I was wrong too. I was wrong about the percentages. Oh my god. This is crazy. Is there no creature type? Good god. This one card can hit the whole bingo card in one shot. Hypnotic. It hypnotized me. All right, moving on. By the way, this card's crap. Get it out of here. To the rank with this thing. Yeah, it's starting off real strong. We're gonna get the whole if we get more Hypnotic Decrees, the whole bingo card is lighting on fire. All right, we got the Shihili of Ire. But the Planeswalker is really thrilled. It's a 2-mana Planeswalker for 4 loyalty. +2, target player gains 4 life, which is, it's not nothing. -2, tap target permanent, and also -9, take X planeswalkers you don't control. And then what? What are we doing? I just take them? Do I put them into my pocket? Do I then walk out of the local game store? Yeah, yoink. Goes from your board to mine. You don't take control, you just take them. Yeah, that's right. To my binder. Take X planeswalkers you don't control and straight to my binder. X can be also any number, but it's an ultimate though. Like, you know how hard it is. We need to go to 6 to 8 to 10 and then -9. This is not easy to take advantage of here. Is there a bingo? There's something from the bingo card here. Why is X here? X gone wild. The X has definitely gone wild on this card. That's a lot of planeswalkers that we get to literally steal. Take, as in stealing for real. Stealsies. What's it called? Auntie is back, baby. We're bringing Auntie back. And who better to bring it back than Shihili? Shihili loves going to the casino. Huge fan of the casino. Probably invented one on Kaladesh. Not opponents' planeswalkers either. I think you can scoop them right from the display case. Oh, I don't know about that one. It's got to be within the range of the game. Oh, that expensive card you have there would be yeah, would be a shame if I use this ultimate. Would be a shame, wouldn't it? Corbinick says, it's not stealing, it's borrowing without returning. I feel like you have some experience in this domain, Corbinick. For someone who has to bestow that wisdom upon all of us. Okay, well, anyway, the X is not particularly clear, so we're gonna have to disqualify this card. We're not allowed to take people's cards for keepsies, all right? You can't, they stopped playing for keeps since they got rid of ante, all right? There is no more playing for keeps around here. We only play for booster packs. That's too bad. This was a pretty interesting card. It's like 2 mana. You could get this out on turn 2 and start gain. Actually, it's insane. Turn 2, gain 4 life, then gain 4 life again. You could probably gain like 20 life off of this thing before like enough creatures actually kill it. This is like it is basically the 1-up trick at the end of any Mario 1 level with the Koopa. Basically, someone has to like nudge Mario off the screen in order to stop this thing. It's 4 life per turn in 1v1 too good? Probably. Oh, it doesn't say tap target permanent until your next turn. It's pretty good. Like going to 6 loyalty, and at some point you can defend it. Not to mention there is let's not forget about the threat of taking the planeswalkers, even if it was until the end of the game. Stronger. Well, I don't know if it's stronger than Oko. That's because remember, Oko could also protect itself. Once you play something really good, you become an elk, baby. Elk it up. Anyway. Shahili of Ire. Get out of here. Path of New Forgotten. This is a 5 mana instant. Choose a non-land card name. That's a lot of cards. Search target opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for all cards with the same name as that creature. But you said I could name a non-land card. Now you're telling me it has to be a creature? What's going on over here? Then that player shuffles. I did nothing. This card did absolutely nothing. I chose a non-land card name. I searched their deck for all cards that name, and then I made them shuffle it. Yeah, and do what with them? Nothing. I just see them. I guess the idea is I can look at your hand and your deck. I know exactly what's coming on here. Now, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a look at it. It's a look at. This is definitely a look there. I think that's a card. I think that has to be on here. Is it a look at it card? That here we have look at it. We have the AI is fascinated at seeing things. They just want to take some peeksies. Look at it. Look at me. Stare at me. Acknowledge me. Acknowledge it. Look at them. I know your entire deck is slime against humanity. Bojack Yellow. 5 mana. Look at their library. Seems a bit pricey. Oh, it's terrible. But it's in red. How many red cards do that? Maybe... Yeah, I don't know how many red cards... I think there's some land destruction cards that would blow up a land. You can search their deck for all those land cards and remove them from the game. But very, very rare. We have this already, a card on the bingo. Yeah, we got it. We're doing good so far on the bingo card. Witness me. Oh, is that like a line from what's it called? Mad Max? Witness me, fellas. I can't remember. As they go to their death. Pacers fan forever. Thanks so much for becoming a member. Coffee Crew. You've been a member before. Now you're back. And with that membership, we'll take a look at an extra card at the end of the show. You play this card when your opponent starts bragging about a card. This lets you double check exactly what's in your hand. I mean, at the end of the day, you will know what's in their hand, so you know exactly what they can do next turn. All right, it's technically legal. I would never play this card, though. It's very weak. Very weakish card. We got the Rampaging Brutable. This is a 7 mana 6/6 demon. It's a demon. And then it's got trample. Now, for a blue, sacrifice an enchantment, search your library for a permanent card with hexproof, then counter target spell. Oh, that's actually sick. So we can sack any enchantment to just put a hexproof card in play. Plus, we counter your opponent's stuff. That is not bad. It's 9 mana. Oh, did I say 7? I'm sorry. It's 9. It's 7 generic and blue and a green. Simic. Simic getting stronger. Also, I mean, it's 9 mana. It's got to be fair. I mean, this has to be a fair card, if you ask me. There's no way this is not fair. You don't put it in play, you just search for it? Oh, is that what it says? Search your library for a permanent card with hexproof, then counter. Okay, I guess you have to, it's like a oh, wow, we don't put it in play? That's terrible. So we're just like searching for a hexproof card. All right, here's hexproof. I have a source of hexproof on me to protect myself from your spells. I'm going to counter your spell. That's it. Nikachu confusing a card. Am I wrong again? Is there another space on here for me being wrong? Oh, that last card does nothing. The last card was an absolute donut. Okay, we have a do nothing card. We've had one card that does basically nothing. Do we have anything else over here? Do we have something where the creature type is twice? No, we don't have that. Does it not counter if you fail to... Does it not counter if you fail to find? Search your library. I think you need to meet the condition. I'm not an R&D designer, but I think you need to meet the condition. You have to search your library for a permanent card with hexproof. You have to prove you've got hexproof in your deck. You have to sack an enchantment, which is just a beating. So make sure you don't draw all your hexproof creatures. A rampaging Broodable is going to do nothing. Failing to find a success. Is a success. It's allowed. Oh, of course you can fail to find, but would you want that? Would you want it that way? What a weird 9 mana 6/6 Simic Demon. It's a legendary creature. Could be your commander. Okay, moving on. We got Magus of the Master Technesia. This is a 3 mana 2/2 human wizard. As an additional cost to cast this spell, may secretly cost 1 less. Well, here's the problem. It can't cost any less than it already costs. It doesn't have any generic mana in its casting cost. As an additional cost. It's funny. As an additional cost, you can have a reduced cost. You can have a discount. It's... Yes, yeah, secretly. Well, I mean, do you know what? Maybe there is... This name is so long, maybe there's a random 1 generic mana somewhere there, and it's secretly cheaper. All right, just between you and me, just between you and the card. It's speaking to you. Yeah, it's the anti-tax. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Magus of the Master Technesia. Remember, a non-token creature control died. That's it. We get a counter. I think there's something for a 5 long card name. 6+ words in the name. Oh, well, how do we hit 6? Is that even possible? We're like right up against the wall here with 5. Me versus the guy who said it louder. So it did you pay the one? I don't know if we did anything here. Tax fraud is the Simic way. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may secretly cost 1 less. It's like, I'm trying to make you pay, but really, I'm actually paying less. This must be a rebate. This is a tax rebate around here. We got... Oh, Pacers Fan Forever also gifted us some. Thanks so much, Pacers Fan Forever. Make another people part of the coffee crew. You cost less. You, the player. You may secretly cost... As an additional cost to cast... No, it's this spell. Let's talk about this spell. Reaping the Temple of Nephades and Panic, or whatever it was named. Maybe. It directly prevents its own commander tax. Oh! I never thought about that. I totally forgot about commander tax. Yeah, as an additional cost to cast a spell, you may secretly cost 1 less. Okay. So if it's dead, it comes back for 4, and that comes back for 6. I didn't think about that. May secretly. May secretly is a new card. It's a new mechanic. May secretly do this. Yeah, I totally forgot about the commander tax. So it actually can cost 1 less. I guess also if there's other cards like what, Lodestone Golem or something, making non-artifacts cost 1 more, then this costs 1 less. Okay, so all of a sudden, you know, you never know when you need your blue green spell to cost 1 generic less, but all of a sudden we can start thinking about things. You know, it's possible. It's actually possible. You don't announce it, you just do it. I'm sure. Commander tax is 2 per additional casting, though. It helps, I guess. Oh, yeah. Well, it's a discount. Don't you want value? All right. Commander taxes you for 2. Magus of the Master Technicia says you can secretly pay 1 less. And you know who Magus of the Master Technicia is? It's your accountant. Your accountant says you can pay 1 less. You pay a little money to your accountant, and your accountant can make anything happen. All right. So this actually... It's worded a little stupid, but it works. Cool. Cool story, bro. Nexus of the Archfiend. This is a green, red, 4 generic 4/4 cat beast. It's got Audal Skryad. Skryad. When Nexus of the Archfiend enters the battlefield, you lose the game. Why? Okay, this has to be a lose. Is there a you lose spot on here? New card type, no. Obvious misspell. Random. No, we don't have. This card just we're just dead. How do you make use of this card? What do you mean gift to the opponent? We are dead the moment this enters the battlefield. When it enters the battle, we have to somehow reanimate it to the opponent. Step 1, discard this card into the graveyard. Step 2, we have to... Is there any cards? Does Beamtown Bullies work? Would that work? Is that how Beamtown Bullies work? I don't remember how Let's look at Beamtown Bullies. Beamtown Bullies! Oops, that's not how you spell bullies. Okay. This is the 4 mana 4/4. Target opponent whose turn it is puts target non-legendary creature card from your graveyard onto the battlefield under their control. And then all of a sudden we have a victory. That's how we do it. Okay, so we have beamed. This card has Beamtown Bullies synergy instantaneously. Jonathan says the outer Skryad is my new favorite mechanic. Yeah, really funny win con. This is giving off, what's it called? Phage vibes. Like, you know, they make this Phage card. And they're like, if you cheat with this card, you lose. Now, in this case, if you play it fair, you lose. So you have to cheat with this card. There's no other way to do it. You could stifle the ETB. You know, that's not really much of a combo to play a 2-color deck. Spend 7 mana for a 4/4 that you have to stifle to make work. Pretty bad value. Also works with Breach of the Multiverse if it's the only creature that hits your graveyard. Okay, cool. Yeah, Dress Down would work too. Would not use that thing though. Bingo alert! New mechanics is discussing the rules on the previous card. Oh. What do we got? Discussing the rules. Discussing the rules! Wow! We're cutting through this bingo card like butter. Only 3 real, single-sided, not split/flip, not unset cards have 6 word names. None of them have 7. Ooh, okay, so we have a few. So it's possible. Platinum. Why are you guys trying so hard to make this card work? Like, in a fair way. No one is going to play this card in a Platinum Angel deck. What if you don't have your Platinum Angel out? You're, like, just looking at your Nexus of the Archfiend? Well... You know what? Maybe I do want to go home early. All right, everyone. I play Nexus of the Archfiend. Enjoy the evening, fellas. See you next week. It's like you're out to like just end the game really quickly if you really want to get out there. Hive Mind, theirs would resolve for I think it's only instants and sorceries with Hive Mind. I don't think Hive Mind duplicates creatures. You could also become lucky and exile it to Knowledge Pool when Knowledge Pool enters. Okay, maybe. That's funny. You lose the game on a card is MTG player catnip. They can't help but make it playable. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a build around card. You got to build around the Nexus of the Archfiend. And no one is clearly going to play it for its face value. Unless you really want to die that badly, that quick. I wouldn't say quickly. I mean, it's a 7-mana card. The reason that one card costs 1 less is the green part of the name, not the cost. Oh, we're beyond that. Hey, Nikachu, I was hoping to get your opinion. Do you think human-made Magic cards will hold a higher value than in the inevitable AI-generated Magic cards in the future? You mean like monetary value? I have no idea. Okay, this card, totally legal. And surprisingly, interestingly fun. I guess it's probably not going to be very fun, though. Like, if it works, you just kill your opponent. It's like a one-shot kill type of card. Okay, we got Angrath for 5 mana. It's a 4 loyalty planeswalker. Now, +1, add 2 mana of any one color. Spend this mana only to cast or copy 1 or more swamps. But that's impossible. +1, Inventor's Caspite. Oh, it's actually, the planeswalker is called Inventor's Caspite. Deals 1 damage to each opponent. -1, each opponent discards a card. That's not bad. -3, exile all other non-land permanents and exile up to 1 target creature. Untap it. Exile all other non-land permanents and exile up to 1 target creature. But we already exiled it. How many times do you want to exile that creature? And then untap what? It's gone. It's sayonara. So long. Yeah, I always needed to pay those swamps with mana cost. I've been playing my swamps for free the entire time. Have I been cheating? Have I been cheating in Magic the Gathering? Is there some rule that I've been missing here? I thought I could play my lands for free. I thought that was the point of the damn thing. I must be doing something wrong around here. Inventor's Caspite says I gotta finally pay for my swamps. Are there any creatures in the AI world with the swamp subtype? Oh, probably tons. Not that I remember anything. So broken. Just ultimately, immediately and... Oh, ultimate immediately and keep it? Oh, yeah, that's right! So it starts at 4. You go -3, exile all other non-land permanents and exile up to 1 target creature. There's none that are left. And then you, I don't even know what you untap. Maybe the Inventor's Caspite or something? new swamp spell type. It's possible. Just like how there's that Island Fish Jasconus card. Funny story, all other non-land permanents can't include things like Dryad Arbor because it's a land. That's right. Oh, I see. So it's actually Dryad Arbor hate. Oh, great. Absolute banger point. Yeah, exile all other non-land permanents, and then we can hit that Dryad Arbor just for really good measure. We want to donate you $2, but YouTube/Visa isn't letting me. Oh, well, that's too bad. It'll let you do it eventually. Do you get a new card? Did it expire or something? That's usually a common explanation for that. Anti-reanimator tech with a redirect. Oh yeah, that's possible as well. Inventor hated Dryad Arbor. Anyway, cards in some ways broken, in some cases completely nonsensical. Moving on, we've got the Duard, the Astert. It's a 3-mana 1/1 shapeshifter shaman. It's got flash. Whenever a goaded card is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. Is there something called goad? I thought it's goad, not goated. Is this talking about like broken cards? So like if a goaded card, the goated. What is I think it's supposed to. I think it meant to say goated, but not really. It could be, goated cards. Don't you know what a goated card is? Like Oko, like Consecrated Sphinx, like I don't know what more broken commander cards. New mechanic again? Is that a new mechanic? Well, no, we don't know what goated if goated is an actual mechanic. Plus, we already got like the new mechanic thing. Bingo misspell. Oh, that easily could be a bingo misspell though. New mechanic just in case. Land with mana cost. Amphibious, ambiguous typing. Obvious misspell. We got it. There we go. I consider Inventor's Kespit goated. I can draw a card. Well, yeah, but you have to dump it into the graveyard first. It's got to get into the graveyard, which is not easy because that Planeswalker exiles all other non-land permanents and will exile the Dryad Arbor for good measure. Goat tokens, go burr. Yeah, there are goats, right? Lyrical Star. Is it goated or is it danger? It could be one or the other. Goat Kindred. We don't know. It's meant to say goated. But even if a goated card went into your graveyard from the battlefield, is this even valuable? Anyway. We don't know what a goated card is, so moving on. What about Woestrider being able to make a goat token? Yeah, them goats. Sack them goats. Okay, next up, we got I Live in the Desert. Does this have something to do with Desert Bus, the charity? Shout out to... oh, yeah, it is Desert Bus. Okay, 9 mana for the 1/4. The car is alive. Desert Bus has the same power as a card in your hand. And you get 2 health cards. 2 tokens. Take the top card from your deck. You can start the game. This card just makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Flavor text, help. It looks like it just got tipped over somehow. It's really front heavy. Oh, is this a Rosewater Stone card? Yeah, this feels very Rosewater Stone. Oh, it is a Rosewater Stone card. How the hell did that happen? Oh, Robo Rosewater retweeted it. Okay. Not actually AI generated. Okay, moving on to an actual AI. Or actually, instead of AI altered, actually AI. Do you know what would be interesting? Rosewater Stone retranslating an AI generated Magic the Gathering card. Maybe it'll actually make it make sense. Okay, Rampaging Host for a 1 and an X for a 4/4 Elk Nightmare. At the beginning of your upkeep, create X 1/1 green insect creature tokens, where X is mana value among permanents your opponents control. The mana value among permanents. That seems absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. There's 2 different X's, but it's gonna still be the same X over here. So you pay 2. First off, it's a 1 mana 4/4. All right, that's pretty big. That's pretty good in the first place. Now, if you even spend 2 mana on this card, we're gonna get a 1/1 insect. Where X is oh no, you're right. There are 2 X's. There's a redundant X in here. Where X is the mana. Which X do I use? Now all of a sudden, okay, I'm confused. You know, it is an X in the cost that do nothing can be 0. There's something on here for this. Why is X here? Why? There's absolutely no point to this thing. Which one do you think is useless? Is the one, I guess it's the casting cost one, just because that's common. The AI, it loves throwing an X in the casting cost. Just so that it can be played through Chalice of the Void or something. New card type from the desert card. Oh no, the desert card wasn't real. It was fake. It was a fake card. That was a translated card, not an AI card. You must pay the X that is specified. Yeah, and here where X is the mana value among permanents your opponents control. Oh, hold on. Whoa. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we have to pay X. Where X is the mana value among permanents your opponents control. So if my opponent's mana value is like 10, then I gotta pay 11 mana for this card? That sounds terrible. Yeah, cost your opponent's entire board +1 and then create that many tokens. Okay, it's very interesting. So very early on in the game, this card is insane, at least in a one-on-one battle, because it's a 1 mana 4/4. It's literally just a 1 mana 4/4. But as the game goes on, I mean, it just turns into absolute crap. This is terrible. I don't want to spend 11 mana, even if I would get 11 insect creature tokens. You have to put this in your infinite mana deck, or it's completely useless. If you get it in your starting hand, you win. Otherwise, it's useless. I don't know if you win. In a one-on-one game, it still would be fine. It would just be brutal in a commander game. And honestly, a 1-mana 4/4 is also not even that impressive in a commander game, frankly. 11 at every... Oh, did it say it? Upkeep. At the beginning of your upkeep, create X/1/1 green insect creature tokens. Oh! Oh, every upkeep. Well, then it has to survive to the upkeep. It's getting worse and worse the more we read it. You rapidly is a break couple of what kills it has life. Autumn Well of the Zhalfir Beast Days. Oh, they haven't talked about the Zhalfir in a very, very, very long time. All right, legal card. Barely legal. It's terrible, though. Okay, we're going to look at more AI-generated Magic the Gathering cards, but we got to promote the sponsors today, people. We're back and better than ever before. It's FusionGamingOnline.com, the place to get your Magic the Gathering foundations, booster boxes, and singles to upgrade your Commander, Pioneer, and Standard decks. You hype for Standard because, well, if you're not hyped for Standard, I don't know if you will be for the next 3 years. But for all of you that are hyped, you're going to get to play with these cards for who knows how long. It sets the foundation for Standard. You can buy them at FusionGamingOnline.com. I'll tell you why you want to do it. Because it supports the channel. You want to support the channel. You like more of these AI videos? Buy things from FusionGamingOnline.com. It helped me out. And also, it helps you out. And you use coupon code Nikachu at checkout for 5% off. We're also going to thank, of course, Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. Play any deck, any format you want. Unlock your creativity when you're renting cards with Mana Traders on Magic Online. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_4VU. And back to AI-generated baloney. We love the baloney. Before we go any further, Steve Cooper has a super chat. Thanks so much, Steve Cooper. GOAT is an acronym for the greatest of all time. Well, I was hoping that was already known. I thought everyone knew that. Foundations is legal until 2029. Oh my god! So if you hate Foundations, well, it's around here for a long time. Forest, yes, print it. Basic land forest. I have no comments. Chandra's Hands. What's she gonna do with them? It's a blue 3 generic sorcery. Why is this a blue card? Target creature fights another target opponent. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if the creature wants to fight an opponent. I think, the creature might get in a bit of damage, but the opponent's gonna fight back. If you ask me, your power and toughness is like, 40 to start off with the game. 40-40. Fight with player. Fight him. Fight him. Get in with your bare hands. Your bare Chandra hands. Enjoy your paper cuts. Opponent has no power, though. How do you think we win the game? Although I have to say, there's not a lot of hand-to-hand combat with the Planeswalkers. Unless you're Gideon. Did the creature have to already fight an opponent since it says another? Target creature fights another target. Oh, yeah. I don't even know. This is too ambiguous. There's an ambiguous square, isn't there? Ambiguous typing? Who knows what this means? Who knows? Could mean anything. We have no power toughness. Lol. Also another in this text is jank. Oh, it's super jank. Direct damage, blue spell that requires a creature. We don't even know if it does deal actual damage. It fights. Just like when creatures fight, is that damage permanent? No, it washes away at end of turn. This is an alternate fling. That's a good way of putting it. Maybe the opponent would deal their life total to the creature. That's how I'm thinking about it, all right? The creature is going to get wiped off the face of the earth, which means it's basically a fling. All right, but we don't know exactly what it does, so it's disqualified. We got the promising Buraker. Very promising. They're playing some sort of game. I don't know what it is. Looks like a foreign game. 4 mana colorless zombie wizard with no power and toughness. It's not where is the power and toughness around here? Pay 1, tap. Put a craps experiment. That's it. It ended the sentence. Whenever, that's, I guess, the mechanic's name. Put a craps experiment. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, that creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Oh, it actually finished the sentence. Put a craps experiment counter on promising Buraker. Tap. Remove 3 craps experiment. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, that creature gets +2/+2. Isn't that just exalted? It's just like, it's mega exalted. You heard of Megamorph? Well, we're combining Megamorph with exalted to bring you Mega Exalted. You get +2/+2. If you do, return target permanent to its owner's hand. Promising Buraker becomes a 3/3 elemental creature with haste. It's still land. It actually turns into a creature. So there's actually a reason that it's not technically, like, it doesn't have any power and toughness yet. It has to earn the power and toughness. Although, if you tap this card, it's just a 3/3 that's tapped.
No, God, please, no.
Yeah, Exalted 2, the sequel. Coming to punch you for more. Isn't there something here? It's still a land. Of course. It's actually been a long time since we've seen a still a land. I swear it's been, I want to say it's like 6 months since we've seen a card say that it's still a land. Just in case you forgot about it. It didn't look like a land in the first place. Still landed whatever craps experiment is. Oh yeah, the new mechanic. Exalted 2. Do we have a new mechanic here? New mechanic is over here. We're just killing this bingo card today. Missing power and yeah. Oh, is that a card? Is that a thing here too? 6 cards, wrong. Lands with mana cost. Oh, missing power. You know what? I guess you could say that, but it feels like that was for once, for the first time ever. It's intentional. Because you see the ability here. Remove 3 craps experiment. Counters from promising Buraker. If you do, return target permanent to its owner's hand. And then promising Buraker becomes a 3/3 elemental creature with haste. That's still land. It's permanently a creature like that. It sounds like it has to earn its legs. So even though technically wasn't born with power and toughness, can get power and toughness later. This is the first time, like, usually when there was no power and toughness, it was like a whoopsie on the AI's part. Technically, it would be a land with a with mana cost. Well, technically, it's not. This one's technically not a land. But as a creature, it would die on entry without power and toughness, wouldn't it? I don't know if that's true. It doesn't have 0 toughness. It has no toughness. There's a difference between that. It dies due to 0 toughness before you can use that, though. Does it? It becomes a 3. It just becomes. It is. I think the way I look at it, just becomes a 3/3 creature. All right. I don't see it being dead on arrival. Okay, we need a judge here. If there's no power and toughness on a creature, like, let's say you turn a creature into an enchantment. Well, maybe that's not a good example. Yeah, maybe I don't know a single card in this game that is a creature while simultaneously having no power and toughness at the same time. I don't know. Quill says, any permanent that becomes a creature without a specified power and toughness will be considered to have a base power 0/0. Oh, so it is dead on arrival. That's terrible. Our poor promising Buraker. You were born to die. Not doable. You got that right. All right. Pretty useless card. We did all that reading for nothing. Let's not forget, there's Trophos, the Dinned Druid. This is a 4 mana 4/4 elf warrior with Eternalize. That's like exile from the graveyard to put it back onto the battlefield. I think as a black zombie. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Pay 4, tap. Remove a +1/+1 counter from a creature you control. Draw a card. It literally reads like a regular Magic the Gathering card. And then on the backside, we have Trophos, the Dinned Druid, a 4/4 zombie elf warrior. Pay 4, tap. Remove a +1/+1 counter from a creature you control. Draw a card. It's the same damn thing. Nothing, absolutely nothing changed here. Godzilla-sized fireballs. Thank you very much for your super chat. Can you display your deck sometime? Not on the... Ask me in my Discord. DM me there. Anyway, with that question, we'll look at an extra card at the end of the show. We read all that for nothing. Needs to be a bingo space. True story, Chris. True story. There are so many cards like that from the AI world. No way to flip it, right? You're right. I don't it's not a flip card. I think this is supposed to represent what happens when you eternalize the creature back to the battlefield. But it's because you make a token, don't you? I think you make a token. Eternalize is like exile this card from the graveyard, put onto the battlefield a black zombie token with all the abilities on it. Yeah, the black bit is the eternalized token. Yeah, you had to play during what Amaken and Hour of Devastation those were the sets with this mechanic. Maybe if you Elvish Piper, you can get the black creature into play. No, it has to die. Trophos, step 1, needs to hit the bin. Step 2, you eternalize for 4 mana, and then it gets exiled, and you get the black token. Has no one played with Eternalize before? I don't even play with Eternalize, and I know what this thing does. I think this is illegal, as both sides have the same name. It's the same card. It's the same. Okay, chat doesn't know what the hell it's talking about right here. So that's worth a bingo space. Chat is wrong. Absolutely wrong around that. This is what's funny. Everyone's criticizing this card. This is the most bland, boring, real card we've seen all day. Maybe all month. Maybe all half a year. It's just like a regular Magic the Gathering card. The art even vaguely looks appropriate for an eternalized creature. Absolutely. They know what they're doing here. Yeah, it's 100% correct. Just unusual. Well, I guess the AI is throwing us off. They're making these cards so good. We think it's wrong. All right, it passes. Super doable. I would never play with this card, though. We got a mountain. Okay, Sword of Pathway Cluestone. This is a 6-mana 3/3 zombie knight. Tap, copy target spell unless its controller pays 2. It doesn't feel very green, but that's a heck of an ability to put on a zombie knight. The only problem is it's cost 6 mana. All right, you have 6 mana. Your opponent probably has quite a bit of mana themselves. Do you pay the 2? Well, what's really bad is you're only gonna ask one person once, because you're only gonna you're gonna activate this ability only a singular time. 6 mana is pretty damn expensive for this. Yeah, but that ability is insane. Imagine someone's trying to play like a command, or what are those huge spells that are like 3 to 4 colors? Oh, the ultimatums. I mean, you're still gonna tax them ultimatums. And what's interesting, because you're copying the spell, there's still an incentive for the opponent to play their spells into this, because they're like, I don't care, I'm getting value out of my card. You want to copy it, by all means. Unless you untap. Ooh, Michael Ng thinking of something. Thinking good things. We got to untap the creature. Maybe we can even copy a spell twice. Copy once. Untap, copy a second time. It is a zombie knight. How many cards out there let you untap your zombies and knights? Or zombie knights? Can't target your own stuff. Copy target spell unless it's controller pays 2. You can copy your own stuff. Literally says copy target spell. Play spell. Hold priority. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to double it. Double or nothing. And I will choose not to pay. Actually, that's a really good point. Yeah, we can copy our own spells and just refuse to pay. Holy! You can copy your own spells. Copy the last storm spell. With that on the stack. Well, what are the odds Storm doesn't have the mana available to pay for the 2? They could completely combo off with this thing on the board. Green spells matter zombie deck. You got it. I got my mono. What did you bring today? I brought mono green spell copy zombies. Yeah, you heard that right. That's the deck name. Copy opponent's planeswalker spell. Yeah, you can copy creatures. You'll get like a token on the battlefield. You can copy creatures as they are played too, since they are spells. Rules indicate you create a token. You can't change targets, so here, so any copy is just a copy directed at the same target. Oh, true story. Oh, that's a really, really, really good point. So we do not have a choice. We thought we have choice. We do not. The only way that we're gonna have a choice is if we just make a copy of a creature. They'll come into play under our control. Oh, this is an interesting idea. Old boy says, busted with Agatha's Soul Cauldron. So if this thing dies, we can just now put the ability on all the creatures on the battlefield. All right, doable. Probably not broken. Probably not broken. It's time for a Bloom. We're dressing good for that ball. 5 mana for a 3 loyalty. Will creature. +1, destroy target artifact. -2. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. You may return target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. Whoa, okay. I get return a creature, and then we can return to an artifact. So we get 2 cards out of this. That's value. F yeah. And then -9, venture into the dungeon. Also sack a oh, that's the ability. What an ultimate. Waste what? How many turns are we wasting here? 7? No, yeah, 7. Because we have to plus this up 6 times to go -9. Also, we have the ability sacrifice a creature just to destroy all legendary creatures. Oh my goodness. How does the commander community like the sound of that? Just sack a creature and blow up all legends. All legendary creatures. I get to keep my time for Bloom. Can't even attack my time for Bloom with your, I don't know, your creature, your commander. This plus Leyline of Sanctity. It doesn't destroy. No, it destroys all creatures. The creatures, remember. It's interesting. We can destroy artifacts here. It says it's a creature, so it kills its... Oh, no! Destroy all legendary creatures. It is a legend... What the hell? This is a first, I think. This is a first where, like, a card... Like, when it says destroy all creatures, it means the card type and the planeswalker type. Or it's like the super type and the subtype at the same time. Yeah, will creature is in the full name. Is there a bingo spot for this? No card name references another card. I gave up. Add random mana. 6+ words the name. Land with. We have so much. Choose array. New card type. Cute art. Get will creature to change his name so he can stop dying. To the own ability. Well, hey, do you know what? Sometimes sacrifices need to be made. Completely legal card. I'm surprised that it was a legal card all the way to the end. So it's a board wipe for 5 mana and sacking 2 permanents. Because you do have to sack a creature. And by the way, it's not even a board wipe. It's only for legendary creatures. Legendary and other creatures. will creature. True enough. Okay, with a River Constrictor. This is a 4 mana 4/3 Goblin Shaman with haste. Goblin spells you cast cost red less to cast. Goblin spells you cast cost red less. It's literally like, this is just a goblin card. Goblin players, do you like this card? First you got like tax reduction on generic mana. Now you got a tax reduction on red mana. And you get to like have a bunch of red mana with Skirk Prospector. This card just the deck builds itself at this point. Broken for goblins. It danger? No, it doesn't danger. It's good. It's super danger. What is wrong with you people? Nothing's gonna be free. Like the 1-drops get to be free. That's it. That boat's gonna sink. Oh yeah, there's a lot of goblins on it. Then 1 giant goblin on here. Yeah, like it's 4 mana. which is, I mean, it's not nothing. It Goblin. It's Zyber's Goblin Mana Dork. I think it's Zyber's big time. You know, honestly, at this point, goblins have so many ways to cheat out their creatures, get stuff for free. Once they get their synergy going, you're like basically dead. I don't see how this is any different. Especially since it's at 4 mana. I would also argue, I'd lean to say that this is a commander card. It's just a commander card. Venra says, I do agree. They don't need any more fuel, but it's still fair. Oh, it's super fair. What did goblins do to anybody? Is goblins broken? What format is goblins broken? I believe there are 0 formats where goblins is broken. It's just a deck. Yeah, if Krenko is printable, this is nothing beyond that. Combo so well with Mind Goblin. Everything combos with Mind Goblin. Yeah, there's already a legal goblin that reduces things by green and red. No, is it? I want to say you're right, but I don't know what this card is. And I think, anyway. People are overreacting. This costs 4 mana for crying out loud. Come on. I completely agree. All right, Zybers. I think for the Goblin players, they'll love this card. Put that in your stocking this Christmas. Next up, we got the Infectious Expert. It's a slug. It'd be slugging around. 3 mana for 3 loyalty. Still slug. Legendary Planeswalker. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, if that player has no cards in hand, that player loses 4 life. Ah, it is Rack. It's Rack technology. I think for the Rack players, they might even like this card. Has no abilities, but it's basically a static ability. You know, honestly, this is how all the Planeswalkers should have been from War of the Spark. If they wanted to have a static ability, it did nothing else. That's it. It's like a vulnerable enchantment. It's like an enchantment that you can kill. It's like a utility Planeswalker. Yeah, and exactly. It's an attackable enchantment. Really easy to remove. We needed something to nerf 1 with nothing. Well, 1 with nothing doesn't affect your opponent, right? At the beginning of each player's upkeep, if that player has no cards in hand, that player loses. So we don't want to do that to ourselves, right? The person with no cards in hand, they're the ones losing the life here. This is anti-1 with nothing tech. Anti-1 with nothing. You want to go to nothing? Well, the slug gonna come after you. Natsumi says, just pour a bit of salt on the slug to kill it. I've done that before. When I was a kid, I was like, oh my god, there's a slug. I heard salt kills you. As a kid, we just, you know, as a kid, you just kill everything. You're just curious about how everything dies. So I grabbed some salt. I poured the salt on the slug. It sort of curled up, and then it stopped moving. It satisfied my curiosity at the time. As a kid, you are just a red player. Yeah, red. I'm a red player to all the insects in my backyard. And the worms and stuff. Alright, legal card. What's that mechanic for having an empty hand? Hellbent? Yep. Don't get Hellbent. This is an anti-Hellbent card. Swamp. Pull for the Night. Pull for the Night is the 2-mana sorcery with Bolster 16. As long as there are 5 or more creatures enter the battlefield under your control this turn, you may pay a black rather than pay this spell's mana cost. Destroy a creature with power 4 or greater. What the hell is Bolster? I can't tell if that's a real mechanic or a fake mechanic. Bolster mechanic MTG. It's real! You choose a creature with the least toughness or tied for the least toughness among creatures you control and put N counters on it. 16 counters for two mana? Oh my goodness! It danger! It danger! It's an old mechanic. It's brought back, but the bolster creature would die. As long as there are 5 or more creatures enter the battlefield under your control this turn, you can pay a black rather than. So if a bunch of creatures hit the battlefield, I can pay a black instead of 2 mana. Destroy each creature with power 4 or greater. So you have to put it on an indestructible creature. Yeah, it kills that creature though. Yeah, that's quite the problem, isn't it? So, or what else? What else could work? Okay, indestructible. I think it's just indestructible, right? I don't know any other way of protecting this damn thing. In response, I cast Root-born Defenses. Oh yeah, we could also give the creature indestructible. Bolster 16. With great power comes great responsibility. There's a bunch of dynamite on this guy's back. What the hell is going on here? And it's all lit. What are they thinking about? Does bolster only hit your own creatures? You could target an opponent's creature if not. I don't think it changes anything because you're still wiping the board, right? Why are we buffing our opponent's creatures? That's insane. I don't think phase out will work because this card is just going to completely resolve and then kill off the one creature in play. Okay. Indestructible. Totem armor. That's all I got. Regenerate? You could put on a creature that can regenerate? All right, this is a lot of possibilities. You could have this available. You could put this on a river guide. Is that what it is? 2 mana, 2/1 with Island Walk with 2 mana regenerate. Just get the 4 mana. Buff an opponent's creature with 3 or less power, and you bolster it first. I mean, I think you can. Well, anyway, I don't know what you can do with the bolster. It appears to be a legal magic card, though. Very, 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 very doable. All right, it's legit. It's a legit card. Legit hard to make work. Clove for 3 mana, the enchantment. Discard a card, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Then mold a creature. If you do, destroy target non-basic land. We must mold the creature. The creature has been outside the fridge for too long. It's already starting to grow mold. It molds. This is not a mechanic, right? I don't want to look up mold MTG. What's mold? All right, that's new mechanic. Then mold. Okay, that definitely is a mechanic. Do we have something for mechanic? Just in case. New card type. AI gave up halfway. Add random mana. References another card. No card name. Okay. We got nothing here. Mold decks are OP. It came from the cheese combo deck, from the cheese making factory. I got my dairy dollars from my cows to build the cheese making, the taste testing phase. That should be Golgari, surely. Maybe. I mean, their color pie doesn't even matter on this show. Color pie just goes wild. You can do whatever you want. So anyway, it's an enchantment. Discard a card, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, then mold a creature. I guess you're making one. It sounds like conjure in some way, you know? If you do, destroy target non-basic land. Okay, all that aside, that's broken. So for 3 mana, we can just start discarding cards and start blowing up all our opponent's lands, right? Mold creature or not. Closest I could find was Mold Harvest from Mold Folk. I win by making everyone else concede for health reasons. Mold sounds very Golgari, though. Yep. Mold sounds like a blue mechanic? Nah, not really. Mold is organic. It's swampy. Target cheese becomes blue until end of turn. Ah! Repeatable Stone Rain that buffs your dudes. Is it more Stone Rain or more like Pillet? It's non-basic land, right? Maybe it means meld. Does it meld for free skipping other costs? I don't know. Okay, we don't know what mold does, so I'm going to give it a disqualification. This is where I would really like reminder text AI, all right? Just like that +2/+2 exalted mechanic that you invented earlier. Okay, well, next up we got the Blade Wall Kintrod. This is a 6 mana Angel Warrior. It's an Until Seft. That is a new card type. If I ever saw one. Do we have new card type here? Represent AI. Okay. New card type. Holy crap. We're one away here, one away here, two away here, one away here, one away here. How is it that we're not nailing any of these? Okay, anyway, whenever a creature you control, whenever a creature enters the battlefield, you lose 10 life. This does nothing for me. Absolutely nothing. It's a creature that will die immediately, and when a creature enters the battlefield, I lose 10 life. I guess we want it to instantly die. We do want it to die, so that no one else can play creatures in response. This is terrible. Just marrows until they say in performing finds aggresso. But it's not a creature. Oh. You could be onto something there. Was the slug cute art? Looked a bit like loot. Not cute enough. There's some incredibly cutesy art. Okay, hold on. It was if I look this up, until Seft. Does that mean anything? Until Seft. Come on, Google. No, there's nothing on Google. Uncle Google came up empty. If it's not a creature, you can't Beamtown Bully it. Yeah, you can't beam. I don't even know what you can do with this card. It's a permanent, I guess. Whenever creature, it's like, I guess it's like some new founded like enchantment or something. It's like a kindred enchantment because it's got the angel warrior creature type. Gillum is like 6 bad with downsides. Magic as Richard Garfield intended. Not only that, it's got no upside, like nothing. There is nothing you can do with this card. You know, your opponents keep playing creatures, you keep losing life. Unfortunately, rather hard to animate. Oh, super hard. You have to basically return permanents back from the from your graveyard to the battlefield. This card's terrible. I don't like it. Makes no sense. All right. Let's take a look at, thanks Pacers Fan Forever, because of this super chat, we're gonna, or sorry, thanks that joining a member, becoming a member, we'll take a look at another card. Daybreak the Gods. This is a 3-mana instant. Choose target player. You create a 2/2 black zombie creature token, and that player loses the game. Unbelievable. You create. I have a proposition for you. I get a 2/2 creature, and you can lose the game. How about that? Is that fair, buddy? That's what you get, and this is what I get. That sounds very, very fair around here. Yeah, turn target player into 2/2 zombie. I don't think that happens. You create. We just got a token for nothing. Timer. It's an angel warrior. Yeah. Mediocre and vintage? Well, I don't know. You could play that on turn 1. It's like Mountain, Mana Crypt, Daybreak the Gods. There's 2 gods here fighting it out, duking it out. And somebody's going to lose. And it's not going to be me. In Commander, you turn a player. It doesn't say choose. It just says choose target player. It's not turning them into a token. It's just, okay, I choose target player. I choose you. You create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Okay, I got the token, and that player that I chose loses the game. That's it. What's hard to understand about this? This is a very, very balanced, clear card. Does this count for the cute art? No. What's cute about this? You guys are trying to force it too hard. It's got to be something really adorable. All right, something really adorable is going to pop up on its way. You can't prove that the token isn't the dead player. Oh, I see. So like maybe it's the spirit. It should be choose target player. That player loses the game, and then you create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. In that world, I could see the lore. I could see it. This goes well with the copy target spell creature. Oh yeah. How the hell is this card fair? Who's saying it's fair? Who said this card is fair? No, it's completely, absolutely broken. Completely broken. There's nothing fair about this card. All right, thanks Spaces Fan Forever for gifting a membership. And with that, we're going to take a look at another card. The Candlefire. Wonder if it's related to Chandra's hands. Red, red, black, 1 generic for sorcery. You may reveal your hand rather than pay the spell's mana cost. Destroy up to 3 target permanents. That is absolutely insane. It's a 3-for-1 that costs absolutely no mana. What the hell?
Enemy spotted.
Yeah, destroy. Yeah, it could be. We could destroy 3 lands. We can destroy whatever we want. It's target permanent. Could destroy the lands. Could destroy the commander. Yeah, commander staple. Well, I love that. You may reveal your hand rather than pay the spell's mana cost. If you have no cards in your hand, you can reveal nothing. It's like, okay, I'd like to reveal this candle fire from my hand, and then I'm gonna put it on the stack. So that's the only card left. Modern Horizons 10 unplayable card. It's my empty hand. Yeah, it's my empty hand. Look at it. Dinklebag is like, sorcery speed, fair. Yeah, maybe you're right. Von Ragnar. But look, the hand info is really valuable. It's fair and balanced. Reveals hand. It has 4 candle fire. Oh my god.
No, God, please, no!
But giving information instead of the cost is a cool idea. I don't know. I mean, let's say you make a deck that's filled with cards that cost nothing except revealing cards in your hand. You're just going to empty your hand like it's Affinity. The game just becomes Affinity. It's okay, I guess. Some of us are completely desanitized from the AI-generated world. All right, Steve Cooper, let's look at 3 cards at the end of this show. First one, the Brain Scale Behemoth. No, it is not cute enough for my tastes. It's a 4-mana 4/5 spirit. Partner with Jarkin. When this creature enters the battlefield, target player may put Jarkin into their hand from their library, then shuffle. All right, that references another card. We have references another card. I can't believe it. I just don't believe it. We have no bingo yet. Okay, anyway, it is a ranger, and it's got Imprinos. When Brain Scale Behemoth enters the battlefield, target opponent gets a poison counter. Imprinos! You think this is cute? I think this is creepy as hell. And since I am the god of this show, it's definitely not going to qualify for the bingo space. How do we hit I don't know how we hit nothing. More than 2/3 of the bingo sheet is covered. No bingo. The hell is after all that? What's Ranger? What's going on here? Ranger. Yeah, it's just a random mechanic that they just throw out there. Reminds you of the Scream painting. Oh yeah, like I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about. Target player may put Jarkin into their hand. Oh, into their hand? With this creature enters the battlefield, target player may put Jarkin into their hand from their library. Oh, yeah. Do you happen to have Jarkin in your deck? Oh, yeah, I've got Jarkin. All right, I'm going to Brain Scale Behemoth. Go put Jarkin into your hand. We need Jarkin right now. I would assume we've got Jarkin in our deck as it is, but, you know, just in case you want to help a fellow out. Yeah, poison counter. Yeah, well, we just need 9 more. Hey, just keep blinking your Brain Scale Behemoth. It's a bit nonsensical. So I'm going to disqualify it. Next, we have the Death Hammer. Ooh. It's a red sorcery, and it can't be countered. All right, blue players, you're already screwed. Destroy target non-land permanent. 1 mana Vindicate? That is insane. That's absolutely insane. And it's sorcery speed. It's just 1 mana Vindicate in red. 10 out of 10. Print it. It's hammer time. What's a good hammer time sound effect? It's a staple. Print for enchantment removal. Oh yeah, for red. That's amazing. Sorcery speed, fair. Print it. All the red players are voicing themselves here. For those things that don't die to bolt. Oh yeah, don't die to anything. I mean, it's just a hammer. Amazing card. It's not Vindicate. How is it not Vindicate? Destroy target non-land. Oh, Vindicate can destroy lands. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, look at that. It's fair. It's a fair Vindicate. Now this is Modern Horizons 10. If we live to see that set. I'm not even red. That name is just awesome. The Death Hammer. It is coming to kill. God with their hammer. Imagine red getting this and the ley line when the Grim Reaper uses the hammer. Yeah, that's right. Okay, it's doable. It's very, very strong, but I'm actually not gonna say it's like supremely broken. It's just more of a, it's like a color pie. It breaks the color pie, is what I'm saying. At the current rate of production, we may hit Modern Horizons 10 by the end of 2026. Well, then they have a lot of sets to announce in 2026. Okay, moving on. We've got the Rouse Charger. Sorry, Roz Charger. 8 mana for a 5/5 Morky modified. I'm assuming monkey. Roz Charger's power and toughness are each equal to its toughness. Okay. Its power and toughness equal to its toughness. So the toughness, you know what? Just don't change. Just, you know, never change toughness. Always stay cool as it is. Yeah, so it remains a 5/5. You got it. Whenever Rouse Charger deals combat damage to a player, create a token that's a copy of it. When it deals combat damage to a player, create a token. That's pretty cool. So it basically multiplies itself. Multiplies it. No, it does not. It does not copy a player. It copies itself. Deals combat damage to a player, create a token that's a copy of it. I don't think players are its. I think players are thems. Its power and toughness are each equal to its toughness. Very funny. Yes, this toughness is made. Yeah, exactly. This toughness is made out of toughness. Is this similar enough to choose A or A? No, there is no choose. Damn. Yeah, there's no choose point over here. Too fair. Oh, what's funny is it's literally not broken. Like, yeah, this is doable. Do not bort. With old damage calculation, it would get less attack on its second attack when multi-blocked, but not with new damage calculation. Okay. Buff toughness and the power also goes up. Yeah, that's right. Finally, tough. It's a toughness matters card. You increase the yeah, it's good with +0 plus. I didn't even know those cards exist. Jonathan V. Tiger Shark. It's kind of odd. It's just if you raise its toughness, it gets more power. That's right. It gets stronger. It attacks with its butt. Do Morkies eat bananas? You tell us to damn draws. You tell us. I think these are really monkeys, really. Perhaps the cousins to actual monkeys. Okay, we got Godzilla-sized fireballs. Thanks to your question earlier. We're going to take a look at another card. Oh, it's the Smurfsquake. This is a 6-mana snow sorcery. Each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into their library, then shuffles. No!
Oh, God, please, no!
Oh, wait a minute. It's just basically making us lose our hands. I thought we're losing the entire board. Still, we lose the graveyard. It's blue graveyard hate, and we lose our hand. It gets shuffled into the library. No, not necessarily player shuffle. Their cousin drifts new lost sometimes. Smith's quote? Smith's quake? Yeah, Smith's quake. What's wrong with that? Yeah, so nobody has a hand. Nobody has a graveyard. It's a snow sorcery as well, by the way. This in Merfolk against control. Well, maybe if they tap out. I mean, it's an interesting proposition. So a control player, maybe they tap out with a bunch of cards and you go Smith's Quake and basically empty their entire hand. That's pretty cool. Well, it's not Tormod's Crypt, right? It is, what's it called? it also eats up their hand. You shuffle the hand. It's basically one with nothing for everyone. We're all gonna be one with nothing around here. Except it doesn't get discarded. It looks like it should have been a rare Fallen Empires or something. I don't think this is, well, I was about to say, I don't think this is as bad as you guys are making this out to be, but maybe you're right. Like, the hand, well, I don't know. I think there's something valuable about making someone shuffle their hand away. But maybe not at 6 mana. Screw you to graveyard and combo and aggro. Screw everybody. Well, I don't know about aggro. I think aggro will kill you by the time you get this thing. Have the fleshes been reached? Oh, probably. Getting rid of those. Well, we're not even... No, actually, we're not exiling anything. They're getting shuffled. In multiples, it shuffles itself. It's miserable. Oh, yeah, that's right. Us with nothing. We are all with nothing. Okay, that's it for today. This is a legal card. We didn't get any bingos. 6 words, land with mana cost, just in case I lose that. I don't even know what that means, just in case I lose. We got no bingos. How did this happen, Coffee Crew? How did this happen? This is impossible. It's so close, too. Yeah, the bingo sheet is a tragedy. Oh, there's a new bingo sheet. The slug was a cute art. Not cute enough for me, in my opinion. Not cute enough for me. All right. That's it for today. Hope you love the AI show. If you want to be part of the show, you got to be here. Weekdays, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. Thanks so much to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat so other people are part of the show. And thanks to everyone who's here today for your delightful, wonderful commentary. People like Captain Rumia and She of Lord. We got Blood Fungus, Nicholas, Memphaxo, KenCon, Hexanort, Toads, Teamer, Jasper Rab, Steve Cooper, Nicholas Cage, Benjamin, Berkeley, Tom Squires, Gillum. We got Vivazio, Jonathan V, Chest of Treasures, Justin, Mr. Raven, Dadam Draws, Generic, Andre, Toads, Eve, Joshua, Oro, Vec, Nicholas. These guys are the show. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep bringing up them coffees, and we'll keep bringing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.